There's something truly fascinating about history's forgotten moments, those rare snapshots where cultures and timelines collide in ways we never thought possible. Picture this, a samurai, in full traditional attire, standing boldly in front of the majestic Sphinx of Giza, way back in 1864. Yes, you heard that right, an ancient warrior of Japan captured against the backdrop of one of Egypt's most iconic monuments. Intrigued? Stick around, because we're about to unravel the unbelievable story behind this extraordinary meeting of worlds. And hey, before we dive deep into this captivating piece of history, make sure to subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss stories like this that truly make you see history in a whole new light. Let's take a moment to absorb how unusual this image is. The Sphinx, a monument of antiquity, with its serene, weathered gaze, has stood guard over the Giza Plateau for thousands of years. Now imagine it being photographed in the 19th century, a time when photography itself was in its infancy. But what truly defies belief is the figure standing before it, a samurai, clad in armor that seems transported straight from the feudal era of Japan. How did such an image come to exist? What brought a samurai to Egypt in the first place, especially at a time when international travel was nothing like it is today? The story begins in the mid-19th century, a period of profound change both in Japan and the world at large. Japan, after centuries of isolation under the Tokugawa shogunate, had just begun to open its doors to the outside world during the Meiji Restoration. This was a time when Japanese emissaries were sent abroad to learn from other civilizations, build alliances, and bring back knowledge that would modernize their homeland. One of these missions, led by diplomats and samurai retainers, took them as far as Europe and Africa, and it is during one such journey that this iconic moment was immortalized. Now, let's break down the scene itself. Why would a samurai pose in front of the Sphinx? For one, this wasn't just a photo, it was a statement. The samurai represented Japan's proud traditions, its warrior ethos, and its connection to an ancient, unbroken culture. By standing in front of the Sphinx, a symbol of Egypt's timeless legacy, the image seems to say, we too come from a land with a deep history. The juxtaposition of these two symbols, one from the East and one from the cradle of Western civilization, creates a visual dialogue about the endurance of human culture. The timing of this photograph is also significant. In 1864, Egypt was undergoing its own transformations under the leadership of Khedive Ismail, who sought to modernize the country by opening it up to foreign influences, much like Japan. The samurai standing there might have felt a kinship with the Sphinx, a representation of survival and resilience amidst a rapidly changing world. But what do we know about the samurai himself? Was he aware of the profound imagery being captured at that moment? Historians believe that he was likely part of a larger diplomatic delegation, sent not only to represent Japan but also to observe and learn from nations beyond Asia. His presence in such an iconic location was a symbol of Japan's newfound openness, a gesture of mutual respect between civilizations. The photograph, likely intended as a keepsake or a record of the journey, has since become a historical gem, a window into a world where the distant past and the emerging modern age collided. Think about it, this image isn't just a random coincidence. It's a testament to how interconnected our world was becoming, even back then. It's a reminder of how cultures, no matter how far apart, can meet, share, and leave a mark on one another. What do you think the samurai must have felt, standing before such an ancient marvel, knowing he came from a land equally steeped in tradition and legend? Drop your thoughts in the comments. How do you interpret this incredible moment in history? And if you've enjoyed this dive into the past, hit that like button and share this story with someone who loves history as much as you do. Your support helps us uncover more of these remarkable tales, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.